If you're stuck choosing between the Skullcandy Dime 3 and Dime Evo, here's the short answer. The Dime Evo is basically what a Dime 4 would be: better sound with more bass, app support, which the Dime 3 lacks, and way better battery life, all while keeping the same tiny earbud design and physical controls. So if you're choosing purely on performance, the Evo is the clear winner. The only real reasons to buy the Dime 3 are the much smaller case and the lower price. Links below to see their current pricing. Both the Dime 3 and Dime Evo use Bluetooth 5.3 with multipoint. This means they can be connected to two devices at once, but they only play audio from one at a time. Neither of these have active noise cancellation, but both passively seal out a lot of background noise, and they have a stay aware mode. Both devices have tile that you can use to find them if they're lost. Both devices use physical controls, which is both a big positive and negative. You have to click in this button on the outside. There's not much tactile feedback, but it does mimic a click sound in the earbud that's pressed. The same sound is on the Rail ANC and Method 360. These are the default controls for the Dime Evo, but they can be customized. And these are the default controls for the Dime 3, but since it does not have app support, they're locked in. Controls are a lot more annoying on the Dime 3. Like, you got to press 4 times to cycle between the EQs. Now, the good part about the way that these buttons work is you won't accidentally press these when taking them on or off. Unfortunately, when you do want to press them, unless you get the angle just right at the top, you'll push these farther into your ear, which causes pretty jarring pressure. These two have very different cases, which directly affects the battery life. The Dime 3 has a small case that's easy to put in your pocket, and the earbuds magnetically snap into them. The Dime 3's battery life is 8 hours for the earbuds themselves and 12 more from the case, for a total of 20. The Dime Evo has this long, bulky case that's designed to clip onto a jeans loop or bag. The earbuds snap in magnetically here too. The Dime Evo's battery is 8 hours for the earbuds and 28 more from the case, for a total of 36. I find the positioning of the opening on the carabiner very annoying to get to, unlike the Method 360, which is easily accessible at the top. Overall, I think the case is kind of a pain for my usage. I don't trust it to hang off anything because it doesn't actually seal shut, so it's prone to sliding open with gravity or from bumping around. But in a pocket, it's pretty uncomfortable. Last thing about the case is, there seems to be a Skullcandy issue in general because both my Dimes, Rail, and Method ANC all have the same issue, which is when they're put into the case and the case is closed, they do not always turn off. They'll still be connected to the phone or PC, and they might even be playing audio from them. And this occurs even if the case has a charge. Likewise, for the Dime 3 specifically, it doesn't always turn on when taken out of the case. So I have to hold the buttons to power it on manually. Not every time, but a lot of the time. The Dime Evo's audio quality is significantly better than the Dime 3, but it's not amazing. I measure these with my mini DSP ears with the Dime 3 on music and the Dime Evo set to all flat with a custom EQ. Now the general shape is similar, but the Dime 3 measured as having even more sub bass and more treble. Now the treble part I hear with my own ears, but the graph only tells part of the story in regards to bass. So if you turn on the bass boost EQ preset on these, the Evo can handle increased sub bass far more without distorting. It was surprisingly strong for the price. The Dime 3 always sounds a bit tinny in the mids and the highs, and it cannot push the bass to the level of the Dime Evo. Now, the Dime Evo does have legitimate bass, but the sub bass isn't as strong and full as Skullcandy's other high-end products like the Rail ANC or the Method 360 ANC. Honestly, the Evo has some pretty tough competition even amongst other super budget earbuds. I feel the JLab Pop Plus and JBL Vibe 2 beat it out in terms of both bass power and clarity, but I won't get into the weeds here. I'll make a separate video talking about those earbuds. Also, both the Dime 3 and Dime Evo have a pretty big weakness, which is they play white noise whenever audio is playing or when it starts and stops.
A decent microphone on the Dime 3. It's doing a good job of cutting out the background noise. As you can hear, that it's warping my voice a little bit, but it's not letting that in. Also, the tonality, it's decent, tiny bit muffled, but overall, good microphone. Not too much of a difference in the microphone audio quality with the Dime Evo. A lot of emphasis on the background noise cancellation.
Only the Dime Evo gets a phone app, so it wins this category by default. It uses the Skullcandy app, but fortunately, it does not retain some of the most irritating software features in the Method ANC. We'll talk about that in a different video. Voice prompts in both of the earbuds are incredibly loud and they cannot be turned down. Now, some of what you can control in the app, get the equalization, though there's only one custom EQ, 5 band. You can toggle the stay aware mode and adjust its volume. There's no active noise cancellation on either. Also, you can change the controls. I give these a B in comfort. Very standard, multiple plastic ear tips, easy to replace. The stem occasionally makes contact with my skin, but not too much. The only reason they don't get an A is because both of these very gradually slide out over time, even the largest size. Fortunately, unlike sensitive touch controlled buds, pushing them back in does not activate any controls unless you press extra hard to click the physical button. The build, meh, C. All plastic except the magnetic charging portion. The durability is quite weak on the Evo, but I think both are the same. The right button of my Dime Evo got jammed in somehow, so I have to press it in very deep for it to accept presses. They're both rated IPX4, meaning they're water resistant for splashes, but they cannot be fully submerged. Overall, my verdict is simple. If you have the opportunity to get the Dime Evo over the Dime 3, I'd get the Evo. It has app support, stronger bass when EQ'd, longer case battery life, but the case is quite bulky. Both are respectable budget devices, but not the best out there.